Welcome back to Charlie's Mailbox, where I answer actual questions from actual people in my inbox. And as I said last week, I'm welcoming students as well as adults for this and future episodes. In the past, I only shared them with adults, but these are tech tips that I think can be really helpful to you students as well. So I hope they are, and if you have questions for me, send me an email, stop by, and perhaps that could be a future episode. This week's question is, how do I present Google Slides in a video format? So say you've made some slides and you want to share them, but not live. You want to let people play them later. Maybe even have a video of yourself speaking. How do you go about doing that? Well, this episode's going to be a little bit meta in the sense that I'm going to be doing that very thing and showing you different techniques for how it's done. So let's head to the computer. And here you can see I have a slideshow that I would like to present. I'm going to go into slideshow mode. And you might be wondering, well, how am I doing this right now? Well, there actually are quite a few ways you can do this, and here are some approaches. One of them is to use a screen recording app, which is what I am doing. One possibility for that is the Awesome Screenshot Chrome extension, and I'll show you what that looks like. In Chrome, I have that extension. It's this one right here. It's called Awesome Screenshot. If I select it, it lets me choose either capture or record. It then lets me choose what I want to record. Is it the desktop? Is it just a particular tab? It lets me choose whether I want to use my microphone, whether I want to use my video camera, and I click Start Recording, and away it goes. That is one way to do it. You may also be familiar or more familiar with Screencastify. Screencastify has a limited number of recordings, which is why I prefer Awesome Screenshot. But similarly, I can choose to record a tab, the whole screen. You see it's got my microphone here, and there's a little picture of me. So those are two Chrome extensions that you can add on your Chromebook and use those to record your screen while you are showing slides. Another way to do it is the WeVideo app. So in WeVideo, let me show you that. If you start a new project, and you do have to have a school EDU account for this. So if you don't, let me know. I'm happy to help you set that up. But you can click on the record button in WeVideo, and again, you get to choose which microphone do you want to use, which camera do you want to use. There I am, okay. You can record just the screen, just the webcam, or dual, which means both. You go ahead and click record. It's going to ask you which screen you want to share or which tab you want to share, and you take it from there and you record. Now, of course, each of these approaches has positives and negatives, and you're going to want to try them out to see what works best for you. If you are looking for something really easy to do, you might want to consider just using good old Google Meet. So let me get out of the slides here. And if I head over to Google Meet, which is just meet.google.com, and I click on New Meeting, and I start an instant meeting, I can join a meeting all by myself without having any guests in the meeting. And once this meeting starts, I can choose to share my screen, and I can choose to record the meet. Right, so now I'm in the meet. This is a little confusing because my microphone is being used for different things here, but I can choose, first of all, under these three dots, under Manage Recording, I can choose to record the meet. Not going to do that right now, but that's what you would do to record it, right? So you just come down here and say Start Recording. And then once you're in, you'll come down to the icon to share your screen. You'll choose what you want to share, and off you go. Just start talking about your slides as you're moving through them. So that's another approach. There is one other approach that is different from these in the sense that it's actually built in to Google Slides. There's something called Speaker Spotlight. And for that, I'm going to share a video that I made earlier, and you can see it in action. A teacher just asked me how to record video while showing Google Slides, and I want to show you all one way to do it. I'm using it right now, and it's a fairly new feature in Google Slides. It makes this nice person in the corner type of view, so you can see the presenter while watching the slides. So I'm going to advance here and talk about the process. You make a new slides presentation, create the slides that you want to present, and then from the Insert menu, you're going to choose Speaker Spotlight, and this is the new feature I was talking about. You then click the Record icon to begin recording. Here's what it looks like. Insert Speaker Spotlight right here. And here is the icon that you're going to click on in order to begin the recording. Now for the recording itself, there's a big red record button that will appear at the bottom of the screen. Once you click it, just begin speaking, advance through the slides as needed, and then click the red square when done. A couple of issues I ran into, just to alert you, is at first I did not see my face in the camera. I just saw a big black box. And if that's happening to you, there's a settings gear that you would also click on, and that lets you choose the camera. Maybe it's your dock cam, whatever camera you have connected to your computer. It also lets you choose your microphone. Honestly, right now I'm not in a great room. My office is pretty boomy, so this audio is not very good, but it is what it is. And then when you're done, you're going to click Save to Drive, and that's going to create a video that you can share with people. So this is what that screen looks like. Here's that recording button I was talking about. Here you notice this black circle. That's when I was not seeing myself. And once I changed the settings, which is being blocked by my little picture down here, but once I changed that setting, I was able to see my face, and I was able to begin recording. So there are several ways that you can make a recording of yourself while presenting slides. I encourage you to try some of them out. If you can't decide, I'd be happy to get together with you and show you a few tips and see what works best for you. Hope that helps, and keep those questions coming.